Hi, thank you for joining me today. We're going to be working on tight hips. A lot of you women suffer from tight hips. Call it stagnation. You stand for prolonged periods of time. Maybe you're sitting down at work typing for prolonged periods of time. You're not getting up, taking your breaks. Or exercise. Maybe you're running a lot. Maybe you're doing a lot of leg work. In any case, you women do suffer from tight hips. In the clinic, we used to call them sticky hips. And believe it or not, some of you ladies, your hips are so sticky that one of your legs is actually longer than the other. So what we're going to do prior to getting to actual movement is we're going to do what's called a rub and scrub technique. Now, when you do a rub and scrub technique, the idea is to get water moving, but then also blood. Okay, before we actually engage in the movement itself. So what we're going to use today is a massage gun. If you do not have a massage gun, you can actually I can use my knuckles here, where I'm actually scraping her rec fem, right? And I'm using my knuckles. I'm right above the knee. But today we do have the massage gun, so here we go. So I am going to start in the rec fem area. We do have a lot of sensitivity in this area. I can tell by, just for the sake of privacy, we're going to refer to this woman as the divine feminine. And she is sensitive to the gun. Which anytime that you're feeling that sensitivity, a lot of times it's because you've got stagnation in this area right here. Now we're going to get into the TFL, that band, the old infamous band here. One thing to consider is that your quadriceps support your hips as well as your hamstrings. Now, as you can see, I'm not spending a whole lot of time in this area. Now what I want to do is I want to get into the hamstring area. There's sensitivity in here as well. And what I'm doing in essence too is I'm sending a message to that hip that I'm going to be moving you here real soon. Which is what we're going to do next. So the idea here is to move I'm going to have you put your hand right here. You got your hip socket right in here. You've got your femur, the neck of the femur that connects into that hip socket there. A lot of times it binds and it sticks because you're getting into movement too soon, too fast, as opposed to doing your rubbing and scrubbing, getting that joint lubricated, then getting into your movement, which is now what we're going to do. For the sake of time, we're only going to work one side, but normally you would do bilateral, meaning you would work both sides. So now what I'm going to have her do is I'm going to have her straighten out her leg, nice and straight. As you can tell, she's quite bendy here. Now what I want you to do is I want you to bring your heel all the way down till it touches the table. Downward that way. So now I have her under tension all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, a little bit faster. Come right back up with control. So what I'm doing here is I'm moving her pelvis with resistance. Right back down. Normally I would have the client do about 10 of these, but for the sake of time, we're only going to do a couple. Now what I want you to do is that under tension, I want you to bring your leg out this way, and then I want you to bring it in, then back out, and then this way again. Do you get it? So it's going to be up, out, in, back, and then right back up again. Under tension. Ready, begin. That's correct. Slowly, right back up. Good. Again, onto the side. So as you can see, we're creating movement within that hip socket there. Right back up, and pause. Okay. Right back down. Did you feel that?
Mm-hmm.
And normally, again, we would do 10. So we started off in a linear plane, and then we broke that linear plane, right? Under tension. So we did loaded movement training. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch her a little bit. So bend the knee. I'm going to push that leg back. Now from here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do inner outer rotation of that hip. I feel some tightness there. I can feel it. Now what I have her do to get a greater stretch is I'm going to have her bend this knee. You want to take this heel, bring it down as much as you can without forcing it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this leg up. As I'm bringing this leg back, I'm going to have her pull that right leg inward. In. There we go. Normally I like to hold this anywhere from 10 to 20 seconds. Now what I'm going to have her do is push that leg outward towards me. Take a deep breath. Let it out. Good. Relax. Straighten out the leg. I'm going to stretch out her foot a little bit. And these are some of the things that you can do to get tension out of that area. How does that hip feel now?
Very nice.
Okay.
More open.
So, if you like videos like this, hit that like button, subscribe. Any questions or comments that you might have about some of these movements or others that you might be interested in, ask me some questions. Coach Sid here. Movement and mobility allows for you to have a body that's going to last a little bit longer, especially namely your joints, where you're going to make that body bulletproof.